How we are back at it again with another video, YouTube episode. It's your guy Steven QT80, man. Back at it with another video. We're healthy, we're alive, we're blessed, and we still winning the day, getting up, not complaining, facing the battles that God gives the chosen ones that we face. And keep going, keep striving, keep pursuing. And we're approaching this season. The winter arc has came upon us, and these are where dogs are made. These are where, people who are waiting for their breakthrough and they kept working, see results. These are where, you put in work. This is where you see who's going to make it through the whole year. This is where you see who's not going to fall out the last couple months, since they got here this far. This is where you're going to see who's not willing to, to let their dreams die out and keep working to attain things that, they ultimately wish to get. So, with this video, it's going to be, surviving the winter arc. As simple as it can get, because this phase, it gets cold. People don't want to go into work. People don't want to get up and go work out. People don't want to go up and provide for the family, such loved ones that they love, but due to the setting of just the nature of how the winter arc can be gloomy, how it can be, sad, it can be, makes your mood more mad. You see your mood changes when you're more in the cold, you're more frustrated easier, things tend to just be more, tension in the winter arc. And you can use that tension to build good, or you can build that tension to lead you into, the lower ends, where you're not supposed to be. And you're gonna get tested mostly in this season. How you're gonna pursue, how you're gonna keep going, when things not going your way. How you're gonna fight and go into the new year with Jesus Christ and Him being your armor, and these are where, like I said, dogs are made for the next year. You're stocking up. You have all your energy flowing in this winter arc. You know what I'm saying? You're doing your 3-day fasting. You're drinking your water. You in the sauna after the weight room, after the gym, after whatever sport you play, and you just day by day just keep going. You don't really see results because you've been doing it for so long. But little do you know, just switch it up a little bit. You used to doing calf raises before you start. Now you're doing abs. You used to do, shoulder raises before you do real delts. Switch it up. Do something different so you can trick your body into, you doing something better for yourself. But who's going to survive? Who's going to win the day? Who's going to get up every day and not complain? Who's going to, push themselves, push their family, push their brother, push their sister, push the close ones that they love to strive to be better? Who you going to inspire? Who you going to make somebody feel good about themselves by the work you're putting in? Who you going to lead to Jesus Christ because He sees what He's doing in your life that He wants to follow Him? You know what I'm saying? That's what this season's about. Don't fall with the gloominess. Don't adapt to the setting of the winter arc, because it don't last forever. That's what I'm saying. If you can make it through the year, doing everything you have to do, by 2025, that's your year. That's your year you're gonna blow. That's your year you're gonna get your breakthrough. That's your year you're gonna, accomplish everything that you set out for because you put in that work in the winter arc. Winter arc. Are you gonna get a new skill? Are you gonna go get a new trade? You're gonna open your word more than 2-3 times a week. Are you gonna really lock in? Go ghost mode, what they like to say. Get off the media for a while, Distractions, eliminate. All these little things will lead up to your successes in the winter arc, Because there's no excuse, man. There's no excuse, man. There's no excuse. Just gotta keep going, man. Just gotta keep going. The more that we sit back, the more that we lack, the more that we, don't feel like the need to do it, somebody else is doing it. So you want somebody to come take your chicken? You want somebody to come take your pride just because you didn't put in the work and it was there for you, but you just didn't want to put in the work? You gotta put in the work no matter what. Injuries, tragedies, etc. You gotta put in the work, and it sucks because as a man, there's no excuses, man. Like, there's no excuses. There's really no excuses, I just, a little bit about me, I just suffered a little injury and I could have stayed in today, but I was like, nah, because if I stayed in and don't get my early morning workout, somebody else did. Somebody else was better than me in that morning phase, you know what I'm saying? And that wouldn't sit right with me and my muscle memories and all the things that go through me to win the day, you know what I'm saying? So if it's in you, it's in you. If it's not, you have to build that in you now. And if you build that in the toughest era, the toughest time of the season, the winter arc, by the time 2025 come, that first half is you. And then you're gonna be motivated again. Okay, this second half is me. And then by that time, you're already looping. You just did a loop around the whole winter arc again. And then 4 or 5 years, you look up, you're like, oh snap. I've been putting in all this work throughout the whole phase of the seasons. Now look at me. Look at all this work that I thought wasn't gonna do anything for me. Now look at it benefiting me. Look at all this stuff that I put into my mindset, reading these books. Now look at my financial gains. Look at me now, spending more time loving, reaching out to some family. Now look at the family bond, strong. Look at you, going above and beyond, doing things that you want to do. Boom, now look at the next person you inspire. And then it's a repeated cycle. It's a repeated cycle, repeated cycle, repeated cycle. Now you're looking at 10, 12 years. You're like, wow, all that work I did back then, starting in that winter arc, now look at it manifesting. Not even manifesting. I don't like saying that word. Blessings. Now look at the blessings, right in front of you. And it will hit you without you even realizing. You're gonna just be in it. And then you're gonna look, somebody is gonna constantly remind you, the people that you inspire are gonna constantly remind you that you're that guy, that you're that person that you set out to be, and that stems from your childhood dreams. I don't know what your dreams are, you guys let me know in the comments what you love to do, and what you feel like God put you on this earth to do. What's your purpose? You gotta know your purpose. You can't just be out here lacking, just going throughout the day, not having a plan. You gotta have a plan. You have to know your purpose. It's still life. It's God's empire. He controls everything. But He put us on this world. So what are you gonna do while you're on this world? While you're on this earth? Are you gonna do something to create a long-lasting, memorable experience to others that you help inspire? Or are you gonna be a person who was put onto this earth knowing that, there'll be destruction here, knowing that there'll be deception, knowing that there'll be problems, knowing that there'll be stresses that you have to get through, and are you gonna succumb to that? Are you gonna adapt to that? Are you gonna let that bring you down and weigh up on your shoulder? You know what I'm saying? So there's a choice. And like I said in the last episode, everything takes participation. So if you're not choosing to be happy supporting somebody, if you're not choosing to spread light and love, then ultimately what you're doing is the opposite, is hate. You're not going to see that person. You're not loving, you're not caring, and you're not ultimately, what you think you are, because everybody likes to be nice. It's like the human default to be nice, to say things, but God knows your heart, like I've mentioned so many times. So you can fool man, you can fool the sheep, but you can never fool God. So all that things you talk, you gotta let the fruits of your labor represent yourself. You know what I'm saying? You gotta let the fruits bear. You can't just say one thing and you're not moving with it in your heart. So it's just little things like that that make everything shape up to the person you want to be. You know what I'm saying? And this winter arc is gonna make some dogs. I'm excited to see who comes out this winter arc with everything that they set out to get, you know, into the next year. I'm excited for that person that I don't reach out to, that's working hard. Man, shout out to that person that's, you know, waking up, not knowing what he wants to do, but just getting up and starting the day. Just getting up and doing something. You already beat most people, you know what I'm saying? Now you just need to figure out a plan and get to where you want to get to. You know, shout out to that person that has been working so hard but hasn't seen nothing coming yet, but you just keep working, keep working. And then one day, you know, boom, you're gonna see. Because all that work that you put in, you know, the blessings will reap, you know. The blessings will reap, you know what I'm saying? The blessings will reap. It's not an overnight thing. That's what I'm saying. Y'all gotta get off these media, these outlets that they trick you. They trick the people's mind into thinking that, oh, something you see on social media, it is real. You know, all the little, you know, relationship videos, all them, you know, the only thing that's real that you see is the workout videos and that's what's on my feed, you know. Most of the stuff is workout because that's real life things that you can do. But with these media outlets, they start to trick the minds of the youth, and even the young adults, and even some of the adults out here, you know, more carnal minded, just thinking that they see one thing and thinking it's real life. No, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of people who are on that outlet, you know, are just doing it for that sort of sense. That doesn't mean everything that they're doing on that outlet is what they do in real life. You understand what I'm saying? So it's time to wake up our minds, not be carnal minded, not be led astray by, you know, certain things of that nature, and see life for what it really is, and open your eyes, go breathe, go touch some grass, go into nature, drink some water, and you will see how your life you start to glow, you start to feel, you know, mighty. You start to feel like God is always with you, which he is, but you will feel like he's walking right next to you like a friend. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, people will be drawn towards that, of course, but you got to make sure those people drawn towards that are people, you know, of God as well. People who want to see you win as well. People who want to be on your side. People who want to see you up and elevated and go far. Not with people who want to see you, you know, take away that from you. Try to take away your glow. Try to take away, you know, your smile. Try to take away your happiness, your joy. You know, because it's a saying that if they can't get everybody down to get you down, they'll try to bring down your joy. You know what I'm saying? And that's the only thing you really have, the ability to put on a smile, the ability to make somebody else smile, you know? So that's the beauty thing of life, man. And, you know, and the thing about life is at your lowest point, the more joyous, the more, you know, the more, you know, appreciation you show to be at that state, and understanding why you're at that state, and understanding how you at that state, and how you're gonna elevate, how you're gonna grow, how you're gonna get out that state. So when you finally reach where you wanna be, that's the most beautifulest thing in life, you know. After my mom, you know what I'm saying? But nah, really, that's the most beautiful thing in life, because ultimately you live through everything, the lowest point of your life. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. It's important to never judge another man. It's important to never judge another man, you know, because you never know how far a certain individual has came to be the highest person that he wanted to be, you know. And everybody's highest self is not what another person's highest self is to be. Somebody's highest self might feel like, oh, I have 3 cars and accomplished this, and that will make me feel like the highest self. Somebody's highest self would be like, okay, I want to work for myself. I want to build my body to become a professional athlete. And now I'm going to go through my career. That's my highest self. That's what's going to make me feel like, you know, that's my calling, that God put me on this earth for this purpose. Somebody else's purpose might be, highest calling might be, you know, getting a certain job, you know, getting a certain skill, certain trade, so they can be at a certain position that, you know, at an income level that they don't have to work old jobs that they used to do because they attained this skill and trade. You know what I'm saying? There's certain examples like that, you know. And it's beautiful to see when somebody prospers into the higher self, because that's ultimately what goal that they wanted. They had a goal and they put it into perspective, they put a plan, and they executed. That's beautiful. That's the most beautiful thing to see, you know. And like I said again, you gotta hang with people who want to be proud to see that. You know, you can't hang with people that's not gonna be proud to see the most beautiful thing you attain. It won't make no sense. So get out of bad environments. Surround yourself with good people. Always keep the Lord first, Jesus Christ first. You know, even though we fall short, get back up the next day and try to walk like how he did, you know. You know, come to him as you are, you know. Don't try to hide, don't try to run from him because he sees you. Just go to him, leave up everything, leave up your anxiety, leave up your worries to him, and he will make you at peace. You know, all these little things just add up and make you a better person, make you a better man, make you a better lady, you know. And yeah, man, don't want to take too much of your time. It's still the top of the morning, so I still got the whole day. Probably gonna head into the library and get my day started after that. You know, we already hit the gym, so now I'm really about to get the day started. But all right, y'all stay blessed.